Is there secret tension between Spray and Drake? Is there a hidden beef no one talks about, but everyone's silently watching unfold? Well, in this documentary you will find out the answer. Right, no more messing about on my side, let's get straight to the action. RTM Spray is no stranger to this channel. You've heard his name before and you're going to hear it again. But this time the stakes are different. Let me ask you something. Does RTM Spray have beef with Drizzy Drake? I know, wild question, right? But hear me out. Every time I watch the RTM podcast, I find myself wondering, wait, is there smoke between Spray and Drizzy? As Spray is sometimes sending not-so-indirect messages to the Canadian superstar. So with this documentary, I'm not here to speculate aimlessly. I'm here to connect the dots, unpack the timeline, and answer the question once and for all. Is there real tension between the UK's street-certified RTM Spray and global superstar Drake? Let's rewind the tape. Now we all know what went down at the Rated Awards. That moment's already been chopped up, analysed, and put through the blender. With this video, we're focusing on the lead-up, as some say the quiet before the storm. Somewhere in the run-up to the Rated Awards, there was an event. It might have been a BBK function or an OVO private link-up. That part of the story is fuzzy. The sources clash, stories change. But one thing's clear, Spray showed up, and Spray showed up with a purpose. According to him, the entire motive behind what happened that night wasn't random. It was a chess move, a strategic, calculated play. He believes the move was designed to impress Drake, to show him who really runs the roads in London. Because in Spray's own words, he said, "I ran up in the OVO event looking for a man, but he weren't there." Instead of finding his target, Spray allegedly ran into Drake's inner circle, including a man named Johnny Rocks. Now for context, Johnny Rocks isn't just anyone. He's Drake's personal trainer, close affiliate, and one of the go-to guys in the OVO camp. Spray claims Johnny was sweating when he saw him. Now whether that's literal or street code for shook, we can't say for certain, but the energy, it was tense. That confrontation made waves. Spray believes that moment caused confusion in the OVO camp. Spray again says they were like, who's this guy? Who's this Spray man? Because in their minds, London belonged to SN1. Giggs and his crew were seen as the top dogs, the main guys. But that day, Spray says he disrupted that perception. He pulled up and flipped the hierarchy. Spray believes what happened after, especially at the Rated Awards, wasn't just retaliation, it was marketing and a business move. In his theory, certain people needed to show Drake that they were the real ones, that they ran London. And that Spray, he was a problem, but one they could handle. Spray again says, they did that to show Drake they were the guys, to protect the bag. And it worked. From that moment, the OVO team saw them as the top tier. The guy everyone feared used to be me, now it's them, he then later said. That moment, whether calculated or chaotic, shifted power in the eyes of a global superstar. Spray then went further. He said Drake doesn't really know the streets. Not properly, not like that. Drake and his guys don't know about all the mad utes in Junction, or the certified guys in Brum or Manny. They just know these industry guys, the ones who did that to me. He said on his podcast. So what does Spray mean? He is trying to say, from Drake's point of view, these guys became the face of UK street culture, and Spray, the casualty of their PR stunt. Now here's where it gets mad. After the Rated Awards incident, Spray unleashed a wave of tweets at Drake, raw, unfiltered and emotional. Here's just a few. May 2019. Drake got a real cheek calling Wiley goofy. All the real gangsters in America think Drake is mad goofy. LOL. That's why he comes to the UK to feel a little bit hard, because Giggs is up his. How you gonna try bad up Wiley for this goofball, KMT? Then he tweeted, I'm more than screwing. I'm not a Drake fan, I'm more than booing. And then, triple they should have licked down Drake instead, man, I'm triple vex. He even tagged Drake directly, tweet after tweet. And even now, years later, Spray still occasionally fires off subtle and not so subtle lines at Drizzy. On his podcast recently, he dropped the cold warning. The get back will be televised. So the question now becomes, is this just one-way traffic? Does Drake even know who Spray is? Or has he already responded in the most subtle, subliminal way? Let's break this down. In 2019, Drake dropped a surprise UK drill banger called War, produced by AXL Beats. On it he says, If man get beaky, ring ring, call up Gigi, do him up neatly. Now listen, this could be about anyone. Or it could be a reference to real street conflict. Interesting. Who knows, right? Then he raps, "You guys spend too much time on captions, not enough time on action." He then goes on to say, "Everyone I know has code names. Anyone I'm beefing with is a no-name. You guys can't even win home games, they just gotta fall in line like Soul Train." Is this a subtle jab? A little subliminal with plausible deniability? Drake could be talking about anyone, right? But the timing of the song, mixed with the fact it's a drill beat, and Spray had been on a tirade of bragging and dissing Drake on Twitter, just makes it all seem a bit too coincidental. But I could be wrong, you decide. So, let's summarize. Is there real beef? Spray believes Drake was indirectly involved in a situation that shifted his street perception. He believes his own downfall at the Rated Awards was orchestrated to elevate someone else, and that it worked in both music and street circles. He's sent clear public messages at Drake for years. And Drake? He might have responded in code, tucked behind clever bars and layered slang. But as of now, there's been no direct acknowledgement, no name drop, no back and forth. So is it real beef? Or is it just one man raging against the industry machine with Drake as the figurehead? The only key factor that could debunk my argument is the question: does Drake even know who Spray is? Does he even know this beef happened? And is he just being fronted as the main frontman who caused it? That I don't know. Whatever it is, the story isn't over. And as Spray said himself, the get back will be televised. It's your boy, the one and only David Strappingborough, aka Mr. Inconspicuous, back with another original, unique and creative documentary. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more updates. The streets have spoken. This video is an investigative documentary. It does not intend to mock, shame or humiliate any individuals or groups involved. No unverified claims or allegations are presented as fact. All information included has been publicly shared by third parties, media sources or the individuals themselves. I'm not responsible for the accuracy or opinions expressed in third-party content. This video is created under fair use for commentary, analysis and reporting, and complies with YouTube's community guidelines. This video does not seek to glorify or glamorize negative behavior, but aims to provide an educational insight into realities often overlooked or unseen by the wider public. As I always say, there's one simple rule. If you don't speak on it, I can't report on it. I hope you enjoy the video. Some things are better left unsaid. The streets have spoken.